Hello lovely people, welcome to the Geek Cupboard, I'm Penge, and welcome to Hear the Bell Toll, which is a roguelike city builder game where we need to use strategic building placement and adjacency bonuses and synergies and other clever sounding things like that in order to do multiplication. Yes, it's a game where mathematics is key, oh dearie me, so maybe everybody buckle up. Buckling up might be a good idea because I suspect we are in for a little bit of a mathematically bumpy ride. As regular viewers to the Geek Cupboard will know, we're not that good when it comes to numbers. I'm not very good at doing number stuff, but I shall give it a very good shot indeed. I'll try my hardest to get the numbers right, but yeah, please do brace yourselves for a lot of potentially very incorrect maths with Penge, but I'll try my hardest. So over here is where the numbers are. So the game works in years, each year is effectively a turn, and each year we are given a target amount of tribute that we need to generate. Now I don't know who we're paying the tribute to. I'm not quite sure who it is. I mean, the visual style of the game is quite gothic, so I would assume that we're sort of paying tribute to a vampire or something. I do not know, but whoever they are very serious about receiving the tribute, because if we don't give them their required amount of tribute, then that's it. That is it. Game over. We finish right there and then. And I assume the mysterious person who we're paying tribute to comes to, get us, imprison us, kill us to death. I don't know. But we have to meet that total there or else that's it. It's game over. And to generate the tribute, we do a little bit of mathematics. So what we do, we take our population and multiply it by our tax. So at the moment, and I know I'm not very good at numbers, but even I can work this out. So our current population is 1 because we haven't done anything. So I assume we're counting ourselves as part of the population. So we are the one person that lives in our city, and for some reason we are charging ourselves tax. I don't know why, but we are, fairness and equality and such like. So our current tribute is 1 times 1, which is 1. So at the moment, if we're just going to finish the sort of year right now and go, right now that's it, our tribute would be 1, that's not 30. That would be it. Game over. Whoever it is comes to get us and it's all finished. But of course, we can go over here and we can put down different buildings and, sort of invest in different things, carry out upgrades and all that kind of stuff to make sure that our population goes up and our tax rate also increases. So down here, we've got 4 sort of buildings or cards or whatever you want to call them that we are given at the very start of the game. So we've got 1 bell tower, which I don't think does anything actually in the game. I'm fairly sure that doesn't do anything, it's just there to kind of look nice. And then we've got 3 shanties, and as we can see, if we hover over a shanty, the little bit above it that I can't point at because when I tried to point at it, it goes away, but there's a little bit there that pops up that says level 1 tier 1, it's a common sort of a building, and it gives us population 20. So that would increase our population to 21, and then 21 times 1, again, massive Penge, is 21. Now again, that's still not enough tribute, but we can do other things as well. So for example, if we put down another shanty, because we have 2 of them, that would give us a population of 20 for that one, 20 for that one, and the 1 there, so 41. So 41 times 1 is 41. So if we just put down those 2 shanties, we would be, you'd think, meeting that required tribute. But there are other things at play in the background that we shall come to in a moment. Right now, we get to do a little bit of shopping, which is quite fun. So at the start of every year, we get to go to the shops. But it only happens at the start of the year. Once you actually press that start year button, you can't go back to the shop. So we are going to try to pick 2 out of these 3 cards here. So we've got 10 gold, and gold is important. You need that to, buy things and re-roll the different kind of shop options and such like. So at the minute, we've got 10 gold, and we can buy up to 2 of these, because as we can see down here, our current hand can only accommodate 6 buildings, and we've got 4 already given to us. So we could potentially grab ourselves an inn. So if we look down here, the inn just gives us +1 gold. That's it. It doesn't do anything else. It just gives us a bit of gold every single year, which might be quite useful. Because if we put that down early on, That's going to sort of recover its cost after a couple of years. And after that, it's just profit, isn't it? It's just making nice money. The crematorium costs a couple of gold. And yes, if we look down here, we can see that it reduces sickness by 1 and unrest by 1. Now, they're sort of different factors that we shall see in a second. And the city hall, again, costs 2 gold. And it means that we can increase tax by 1 for each adjacent residence building. And yeah, each building you see has got its own little kind of tag, if you like. So the inn is commerce, the crematorium is faith, the shantytowns are residences, that kind of a thing. So it helps you determine what kind of structure the buildings are. So I think what we will do, I think it might be worth for now buying... Which one do we go for? We do need to increase our tax. We've got to increase that tax multiplier because otherwise we're not really going to be able to make it out of year 1 or 2. So I think we'll take the city hall, which is an impressive looking building. That's very fancy. So we'll take that, and I would like to take the inn, but I think maybe what we do is grab the crematorium because that does some important stuff. It reduces sickness and it reduces unrest. And we'll sort of look at that in a second. So we'll grab that. You can re-roll the shop if you want to for a couple of gold, and you can upgrade it. It does upgrade itself, I think, over time anyway. But if you want sort of better things, you can carry out the upgrade yourself. But yeah, we haven't got enough money to do that right now. So I think we are ready to go. So let us begin the year. Right, we can skip the tutorial bits. That's all fine. So over here, by the way, we can see that in a couple of years, there's going to be a calamity. A bad thing is going to happen, and in our case, it's going to be an earthquake. So any buildings above tier 1 are downgraded by 1 level. So yes, you can upgrade buildings as you go if you want to, but of course we're not going to do that, because if we were to do that, then the earthquake is going to knock them back down. It's a waste of time. So we'll have to wait until after year 3 to do any kind of upgrades, but that's probably fine. I mean, upgrades are kind of the key to winning the game, but maybe early on we can just hold off a little bit. So let's have a look around. What else do we have? So there's our cards. That's all fine. Over here we've got class synergy. So we can do kind of synergy stuff. It's an exciting, dramatic word. So for example, if we built 5 commerce buildings, so 5 buildings with commerce on them, we haven't got any now, we'd get a little kind of commercial boost. And if we built 5 health buildings, we'd get some sort of health boost and that kind of stuff. So that's something to take into account. Banners we get when we complete these sort of calamity years. And status effects, these are very important. So we've got crime, sickness and unrest. At the minute, they're in the middle, they're on 5. If they go over 7, a bad thing happens. If they go under 3, a good thing happens. So really, we want crime, sickness, and unrest to be on 0 because they give us huge bonuses. So, for example, if crime is high, it reduces our tax rate, which of course reduces our overall tribute. If crime is low, it boosts our tax rate, which means we get a lot more stuff. Sickness... The higher it is, the worse it is. So the higher it is, we lose population. The lower it is, we get population. And unrest means there is a sort of a multiplication, deduction, or increase on your tax. So yeah, we want to make sure all of these are nice and low. So let's start putting buildings down. So the bell tower doesn't really need to go anywhere central, and you can put things wherever you like. So I think we can put the bell tower sort of at the back over there. There we go. So the bell tower goes in. It looks very good. And then we've got shanties, the city hall, and the crematorium. Now, what I think we should do is the city hall generates +1 tax for each adjacent residence building. So we want to put in a shanty building and then have a city hall next to it. But then ideally, later on in the game, we want to surround the city hall with other residential buildings, because for each adjacent one, it gets +1 tax. So that's going to be a big help to us, getting our tribute sorted out. So I think what we will do is build like a little sort of grid, if you like a 3x3 grid. Maybe just here, look. If we put it here, so build like a 3x3 grid, but in the middle, leave that one blank and put the city hall in there, and then we can surround the city hall by residences. And then we could also put another kind of adjacency building just there that might work well being next to residences. So I think, we'll get a shanty. So it gives us 20 population which is good, but also it does increase our crime a little bit, which is not quite so good, but we shall work it out. So if we put that just there, for example, okay, so in it goes. Now you'll notice over here that it hasn't updated these stats yet. These get updated at the end of the year, so we can't quite be sure exactly what our population and tax are going to be until the very end. We kind of have to sort of work it out in our minds, which, again, I'm not very good at numbers, so it might not go entirely according to plan, but I'll give it a go. And then if we put the City Hall just here, for example, the City Hall is now adding +1 to our tax. So at the moment, we've got a population of 21, because 20 comes from that plus the 1 which is us, I think. So 21 and a tax base of 1 plus another 1 that comes from that City Hall. So we've got 21 times 2. So our current tribute, I believe, is 42. So we've already sorted out this year, that's fine. And then I think we can put in a crematorium to bring our sickness down and our unrest down a little bit. But we won't put them there because we want that building there to be surrounded by residences. So we'll just put it there. That's fine. There we go. And we'll leave those because if we put too many more of these in, it's going to increase our crime. And the higher the crime, the worse our tax is going to be. So we will not be able to meet our tribute demand. So for now, we're going to leave it like that and press collect tribute. So the numbers come in. 21 times 2. Oh my goodness me. 42. We did the numbers correctly. Hurrah! Yep, that's a required tribute. That's what we collected. It's all fine. Yes, game. There we go. So we got given some gold for completing the level. And also you do get interest on your gold. So for every 5 gold you've got, you do get given an extra lovely shiny piece of gold and interest. So we got given 5 gold. Thank you very much. So claim our reward. We go through to the next year. And now we sort of go again. But we have got 11 gold to spend. Now let's have a look what we can have. I mean, all these do look quite good. So the library is tax +2 and then crime -1. So that brings crime back down. The lumberyard is just tax +1 and the inn is just effectively just a free piece of gold. I think we can have all of those. I think we take all of those and then, yeah, we need to get to 100 tribute. So I think if we re-roll this, we will then have the chance to buy another card that costs 2. I think it might be worth doing. So let's give that a go. So re-roll the shop. We've got a slum, which is, yeah, population increase of 10, crime up by 1, sickness up by 1, and unrest up by 1. A shanty, but we've already got 2 of those. And then a witch hut. Tax goes up by 1 for each sickness that we've got. But we don't want sickness, because that's generally a bad thing. So that was a bit of a waste of 2 money, really. But never mind. Right, so we shall start the year. Skip all the bump. Thank you, game. So we can build an inn. The inn can just go anywhere, and it gives us +1 gold. No adjacency, nothing like that. We'll put it next to the big sort of fancy bell tower thing. And there it goes. I love the art style. I think it looks really good. It's like this sort of creepy, gothic kind of art style. If anybody's ever played the Curse of Strahd campaign in Dungeons and Dragons, this is what I imagine Barovia looks like. So Barovia is like this sort of dark gothic land. It's all surrounded by mist and it's all a bit sort of downtrodden. The sun never really shines. It's all a bit sort of gloomy and bleak. And this is what I imagine Barovia looks like. And yeah, I think maybe the person we're paying tribute to is a vampire. Who knows? Do they live at the top of there? I've got no idea. But yeah, I love the art style. It looks really good. So we've got a lumberyard that gives us another 1 to our tax, just for free. No bad side to that, it just gives us more tax. So we will take that, and again, doesn't need to be near anything. I mean, really, I kind of feel like it should go over here if it's a lumberyard, because that's where the trees are. In-game, it can go anywhere, but sort of thematically, I kind of feel like it should go nearer to the trees. So I'm going to put the lumberyard, I'm going to put it just there. There we go. So our tax has gone up again. So I think we should have a population of 21 and then a tax of 1 base, 2 from that thing, now 3 from there, and then, yes, the library can give us some more tax. So that can give us another tax of +2. So let's put the library in over here as well. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have a tax level of 5, and we've got a population of 21. Now, I would potentially put another shanty in, but the shanty is going to increase our crime by 2, which will affect our tax. So yeah, our tax, I think, will come down quite a bit because of that. So for the minute, I think we're okay. I think we're okay in terms of numbers. And yeah, next year there's going to be an earthquake, but we haven't upgraded anything yet, so that's not going to really bother us. So we will collect tribute. I think we're just going to be about okay. We're just going to be over, I think. So yes, we've got 21 times 5. I mean, that's close. It's cutting it fine, but it's all good. There you go, year 2 survived. We got some money. That's all lovely. It is now a calamity year. Okay, so we can have a clinic for some more tax and an decrease to sickness, another shanty, and another city hall. Ideally, we need something to bring down crime, because the shanties increase crime, and we can't manage the crime at the minute, and we can't increase our population without increasing crime. But then we increase the crime, and the tax rate comes down. So I think we're going to re-roll that and hope we get like a police force or like a jail or something. Can we please have something good? A witch hut, which we don't want to do. A factory. Or a city hall again. We keep getting city halls. Stop giving me city halls. A factory. So a factory is tax +2. That's quite good. That's quite a big boost to our tax. But is it going to be enough? I don't think it is. I don't think it is. This is going to be a bit of a problem, I feel. We'll take the factory, and now we can't do anything else. We have nothing else to do, because we could buy a city hall, I suppose. But I was going to say we could upgrade the existing city hall, but we can't, because it's going to get shaken back down to nothing because of the calamitous earthquake that's coming. So this could be difficult. This could be an issue. I think maybe what we'll do is we will buy that city hall to have it in reserve. We will start the year and we're going to see what we can do. Now, this is going to be very tricky. So last time we earned 105. We need to obviously do some more stuff. So we're going to put a factory down for tax +2. So an additional 2 tax. I'm just going to put the factory, just there will do. So tax goes up. We can have another city hall to go just here. So yeah, we'll put another one in just there. So that's going to be adjacent to that residential building. So boop. So that's now generating another 1 tax. So we've got a tax of 1. That's raising it by another 1. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for the library, 7, 8 for the factory. So our tax is now times 8. But our population is only 21. So 21 times 8, I can't do in my head, but I'm fairly sure that's not over 300. However, if we put another shanty in, just here, if we went, boop, the other shanty is in, they're now adjacent to 2 residential buildings. So tax is now base 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 from the city halls, 7, 8 from the library, 9, 10 from the factory, and we have a population of 41. So 41 times 10 is 410, but our crime has now gone up. Our crime's gone up to 8, so we're going to take a bit of a hit on our tax. So it's going to come down a bit. So this might be close, but there's not much else we can do. We need some sort of, like a policing building to manage that crime a bit. So we'll collect that tribute, please, and we'll hope this is good. So 41 times 9.5. I think we're okay. I think we are good. So yes, 390. We're just about okay. Right, so claim our reward. And yes, because we survived a calamitous year, we now get to pick a banner. And we can have 4 of these. So our first banner, population +5 for each residence building. Oh, that's really good. That's very good. So for every residence building we put down, it just generates more population, which of course, if we multiply that by the tax, that can result in really big numbers. The wolf, each unrest above 5 gives more tax. We don't want unrest above 5, that's bad. And the hydra, tax is multiplied by 3 for calamity years. I think we go for that. Let's go for the tower. So population plus 5 for each residence building. So at the moment, we've got just 10 free population, just sort of sitting around a little bit. Chapel. Okay, this is quite exciting. So we can have a chapel. That's tax plus 1. We're going to get 750. We need something to manage our crime. We need a crime managing thing. If we don't get something to manage crime, we're going to be stuck. Because we need to put down this final shanty in order to then make sure that we can, have enough population and everything else to get to 750. But then our crime's going to go through the roof to bring our tax down. So we are going to play that shanty and we're going to do an upgrade. Oh, hang on, what's the next sort of disaster? A drought. Add 2 slums to our hand. If no space, the last card is destroyed. Okay, slums are generally bad, but we'll have to work with that. I think what we need to do is re-roll and hope we get some sort of crime control thing. So fingers crossed, everybody. Cross your fingers and your toes and everything else. A jail. A jail is crime -3. Beautiful. We'll take that, please. And that possibly is about as good as it's going to be, because we haven't got enough gold to do anything else. So we'll start the year. We can then use this shanty. And here's the thing though. Do we upgrade that shanty? Or do we put one here? Do we put a shanty there? Because if we put one there, then the tax adjacency bonuses from those town halls, they're going to go up. They're going to go up quite a lot. Okay. I think we put an additional one down right now just to kind of get the most from it. So we do that. Our crime is now 10. So our crime level is so high that it's going to absolutely obliterate our tax, but we can put in a jail. So crime can come down by 3, which means that, that's not going to have any effect. It's going to be fine. So let's put that just there. There we go, look. So crime down to 7. That's pretty nice. And we can't do anything else. We can do no more. So let's collect tribute and we'll see what happens. Come on, give us the numbers. 390. It's 912. Okay, this is good. We've survived. I thought that was going to be closer than it was. Right, so I claim that reward. And we've got no cards. The game seems determined to give us city halls. We've now got to get to 1,500. So we could potentially... Do we take a city hall and upgrade an existing city hall and then take a library for even more tax and another reduction in crime? That would be quite good, but that would be all we can do. Is that going to be enough to get us to the next level? So our population is 60. So we need to... 61 I think it is. So we need to times our population by... 10 would be 600. So 20 would be 1,200. So we need to get a tax multiplier about 30 or something ridiculous. Is that going to be enough? The library gives us 2. And the city hall gives us +1 for each adjacent residence building. I think that might be okay. We'll take the city hall. We will take the library. So now we're down to 2 gold. We'll start the year. So we're going to upgrade. What's our thing again? Oh, drow. We're going to upgrade a city hall. Let's upgrade that one. So we now get additional tax. So it's generating +1 tax for each adjacent residence building. Currently +3. Oh. Okay, that's not made any difference at all. That's possibly a scupper of the plans. We have got a library already. So the tax could go... +2 to +4. So we'll do that. I don't think it's going to be enough. I suspect that's not going to be enough. It's not going to get us over, but we'll give it a go. We shall collect tribute and see what we can do. So population 76, tax is only 14. it's 1064. So we have fallen a little bit short. We fell a tiny bit short there, but there we go. Never mind. Right, we can go back and have another go. That's what we're going to do. We're going to go back, have another go, and just see if we can succeed on attempt number 2, now that we know a little bit more about what's going on. Okie dokie, here we go, attempt number 2, and I think we've been quite fortunate here. So, taking a look at the shop, you might be thinking, well, everything just looks a little bit ordinary, Penge. You've got to choose between a slum, a lumberyard, and a guard post. And the guard post is alright, crime down by 2. The lumberyard is just a 3 point of tax. But the slum is quite exciting in a weird kind of a way, because this is already upgraded. So we can buy this for 1 gold, and it's an upgraded slum, which gives us 42 population at the cost of a bit of crime, bit of sickness, and a bit of unrest. But that's well worth doing. So yeah, if we get that on its own, 42 population times 1 tax is already enough to complete the first year, just with that 1 building. So I think we have to buy that for 1 gold. It's imperative. We need to get that in. So I'll have that, please. And now, I was thinking, oh no, which one of these to pick? But then I remembered, because we've got a slum that gives us quite a lot of population, maybe it's worth getting rid of one of these rubbishy shanties. Because we can do that by right-clicking. We can sell it for 1 gold. So I think we sell that shanty for 1 gold, and then, because we can now have 2 more buildings again, we take the lumberyard and we take the guard post. I think this seems like a pretty solid start. We'll put that thing back over there. And yeah, the lumberyard can sort of go back over there because that's fine. So that is tax 2. So we've increased our tax to 2 already. And then, yeah, we'll put the slum... Again, we'll sort of do what we did before. Because I think if we had enough buildings, that would have worked quite well. A little kind of ring of residential buildings with other things making the most of the adjacency around them. I think that works quite well. So we'll put that just there, look. So boop, in goes the slum. So population is on 42. So population 43 now even, with a tax of 2. So already we've got 80 something. So tribute-wise, we're okay. And then yes, we can put this down as well to bring the crime down a little bit, which of course is very helpful. I guess, is it worth putting another shanty in to really increase our population? And then just have some nice high scores early on? Because yeah, that can manage the crime. The guard post can manage that crime. So crime goes up 2 from that shanty, but then down 2 from the guard post. I think it might be worth doing. So put a shanty in like that, and then the guard post. Now I was thinking about this. If we're making like a ring of residential buildings, a building here will be quite good for residency adjacency. A building here would be okay, and we could put another circle around that, I suppose. But also maybe we keep these spots free too, because they can also make use of being next to sort of, yes, residential buildings. So I think we'll start building things sort of over here. So the guard thing can go in like that, and there we go. Crime is down to 6, manageable. Sickness 6, unrest 6, all fine. No negative kind of things come from that. And yeah, we've got a population of 63 times 2. So we should be fine. This should be nice and simple. So get this done. I didn't look at the upcoming calamity. But yeah, what do we got? 126. Easy. Nice and simple. That is done. Claim our rewards. And yeah, next turn... so this year we need to make 100, which I've already done. Year 2's calamity. A flash flood. Any adjacency... oh dear. Any adjacency bonuses are nullified. That's not good. That's not good, is it? If we are relying on adjacency bonuses, that's going to be quite bad. A housing complex. We could take one of those for even more population, but again, we're going to have to manage crime and sickness. I think we take that. So we take the housing complex. So boop, we'll take that, thank you. Do we take that one as well to then upgrade it later on? I think we do, and then re-roll this and hope we get... There we go. A jail. Crime -3, although unrest is going to go up, which is bad. So we'll take that, I think. We'll have that. That's just tier 1. That's tier 1. Okay. So start the year. Crime is 6. So if we put that in, crime and sickness are going to be on 7. So anything above that is going to be bad. But if we just sort of, put that down, it's going to be sort of okay on its own. And then we can put the jail in to bring crime back down, but then unrest is going to go up. Okay. It's like a sort of a balancing act. You're like spinning plates that are also covered in knives and on fire. So I think if we put some housing there, they've gone up quite a bit, and then put the jail just here. There we go. So crime has come down, sickness and unrest are now a little bit high, but not high enough to cause problems, I don't think. So I think we'll be fine this year. Year 2 we should be okay. We should be fine if we just make the same thing. 83 times 2, 180, 166. Math with Penge. Right, there we go. Now it is calamity year. So adjacency bonuses are not going to do anything. However, all of these things are perfect. We will take all of them. We'll have that, we'll have that, we'll have that. Yes, please, yes, please, yes, please. This is going to be good. This is going to be quite good. So start the year, we'll have another housing complex for another 20 population. And then, I think, can we manage the sickness and that lot? Can we do that? So the crematorium is going to bring sickness down. The guard post is going to bring crime down to a point where it's not even going... Yeah, look, it's going to go down to 2, which means we get a bonus. What is our current tax, though? So it's going to be 1. A tax of... Can't be just 1. We can't just have a tax of 1. Right. Okay. Maybe our... Well, no, it's times 2, isn't it? So our tax is 2, because 1 base plus that one there. Our tax is 2. That's actually a bit of a problem, isn't it? Oh dear. Right. Our tax isn't very good at all. So we've got all these nice buildings, but I don't know if they're going to actually help very much. We could put the guard post in to drop crime. So -2 to -2. It already does crime -2. Okay, we'll put the crematorium in because we need one of those in anyway. So there you go. That's managed that a little bit. So sickness 1, unrest -1. Yeah, so this is going to make it, sickness -2, unrest -2. So we'll upgrade that. So they're now nice and stable. But the minute we're still on 166. We can't really do much else. So we need to get, I think, another multiplier. So we've got, what's our population? 42, 52, 62, 72, 82. So we've got 82 people multiplied by 2. So, 83. So, yes, 166. So if we were to bring crime down by 2, that'll be a crime of 2, which would give us, what's that, +1. So we'd have 3. So we would have, yes, a +1 tax. So we'd have tax 3. So we'd have 42, 82 times 3. It still isn't enough. I think possibly I've made a bit of boo-boo of this. This might not work as we wanted. Can we upgrade the housing complex? Increase the population from 20 to 42. Crime goes up, sickness goes up. This might be the better option. So we'll get an increase in population, and then we'll put the guard post. The next tier guard post doesn't seem to make any difference. So we'll put another one in to bring crime down to 2. So crime is on 2. So we've got a multiplier, I think, of 3, have we? So 1 comes from the UMBR, 2, crime is 3. And a population of 42, 52, 62, 104 times 3. We might just have scraped through, but it's going to be close. It's going to be close. The calamity doesn't really matter. Not bothered about that. 105 times 3. We've only just got through. Okay, but this is fine. This is what happens. It's the early game. It's all good. Right, claim a reward. Hydra. More tax for calamity years. Buildings can be upgraded to next level for 2 times base cost of the card. Okay. Or tax is 0.25 multiplier for each empty hand slot. Oh, that's quite good. So you just get free tax for each empty hand slot. But buildings being upgraded to the next level for 2 times the base cost of the card is quite good. I think we take the trumpet, because then we can just upgrade things. How do we do that exactly? How do we upgrade things? Right, we've got, that's an upgraded crematorium. That's upgraded because it's different looking. Sickness -3, unrest -3. Okay, we'll take that for 2. We're going to make 750. How is this going to happen? We haven't got any cards. The lumberyard, we can use that to increase the existing one. The sickness and unrest can come down to hopefully very low levels. So we'll take... Oh, but is it going to be enough to do what we need? I don't think it is. Okay, we'll take that and we'll take that. And we will hope for the best. Do you know what? We're just going to have to go for it, aren't we? Yeah, this crematorium can go in on its own, I think. If we do that, level 2 to 3, tier 1 tank. We can upgrade the lumberyard because that's nice and easy. So that's another multiplier on our tax. That is nice. The crematorium. How do we do that then? How do we activate this? Or do I need to click? It just says buildings can be upgraded to the next level for 2 times the base cost of the card. But how do we... How do I upgrade things? Ah, there you go. Click to upgrade. Cost is 2 gold. But we can't do that. But maybe if we get rid of this shanty that we've got hanging around in our hand, we'll then have 2 gold. So I think get rid of that shanty. Boom. That goes. Then upgrade our slum here for 2 gold. So population 42, population 53. Okay. So our population is 53. What's that? 95, 115 or something like that? Is that what our population is? 115. And then it needs to be times 7, I think, at the minute. So it's times 2. And then crime will make it times 3. What about this, though? If we do sickness and unrest, bring that down by 3 apiece. Sickness will be 2, which means we get bonus population. Unrest is 2, which means we get bonus tax. So I'm going to hope, I'm going to put the other crematorium, I'm going to put it there and hope that this is good enough because we can't do anything else. And in 2 years, there's going to be a rebellion. Well, isn't that going to be fun? But okay, I think we can't do anything else anyway. So let's collect tribute and hope that this is all enough. So our population, 116, 156 times 4. It's not enough. It's not enough. Oh, this is quite tricky. Again, I know it is a random number generating sort of thing. It's a random event game, isn't it? If you don't get the right cards in the right orders and things, then yeah, you're not going to be able to do well. But I was kind of hopeful with our fancy slum there that we might have been okay, but alas, no, never. Right, I'm going to give it a 3rd try. 3rd time is the charm, they say. Right, okay, here we go for attempt number 3. What is coming up? We've got a pandemic in a couple of years. That's a little bit too close to home, which is going to increase sickness. Of course it is. Now, this is interesting. So we've got ourselves a choice of a city hall, which increases tax for adjacent residences, and then 2 housing complexes, which are, of course, residences. So it's all very sort of housing based. What I'm thinking is, do we get rid of one of our shanties? So sell that for 1 gold, buy those 3 in, and then just properly go to town on having adjacency bonuses from this city hall. I mean, it's going to increase our crime a little bit, which we might have to deal with, but I think it might be worth doing initially. So get rid of that shanty. We'll have that, we'll have that, we will have that. Begin the year. Okay, so put the bell tower over in that corner, that's fine. Put the city hall sort of here-ish, so it can be in the middle. And then put all of these things down. So it's going to raise our sickness, I think, to 7, because the housing complexes have crime +1, sickness +1. The shanties increase crime by 2. So our crime's going to go up to So 5, so that's 7, that's 9, to 11. Okay, so it's going to impact our tax by quite a bit, I think. But if we're getting additional tax from adjacency and also population, that's going to help, I think. So let's give it a go. So we'll put that one there. We'll put... yeah, we need the adjacency bonuses. So we'll go like this, look. We'll sort of do... We'll go like that for now. So crime is high. Sickness isn't great. Unrest is fine. So I think let's wing this, shall we? So a population of 81. That came right down. Our crime is affecting our tax. So we got through, but we need something to manage crime. We need some sort of crime management thingamajig. We can take a clinic to deal with sickness and also raise some tax, but we do need a crime fighting thing. Okay, we might need to possibly just deal with our rubbish tax for a while. That can help. The factory can also... Oh, do we go... Oh no, a chapel. A chapel is tax up and unrest down. So we could take that. Thank you. And then, do we go for an inn just for some free gold? Yeah, let's go for that, look. That'll do. Right, so the inn can go up there. Nice views of the bell tower thing. The chapel can come back here. The clinic can go just here. So is that going to be enough? Is that going to be enough? Because now I've got different tax multipliers. So that's generating 4, 5, 6. And we've got a lot of population. So let's see what the crime is doing. So 81, tax of 3, tax of 7, tax of 2.5. Okay, so yeah, it's knocking it down by 4.5. So more population is good, but we really need something to bring the crime down. Can we please have some sort of... No, please give us a building where we can manage crime, because it's really going to affect us. Also, sickness is going up by 3. Well, isn't that a doozy? We're going to re-roll and hope we get some sort of crime management thing. And we didn't, of course we didn't. So we're going to have to go down the multiplier route, are we? A factory and a city hall. Upgrade the existing city hall, and the factory can increase tax, but also it's going to increase sickness. Sickness is going up by 3. Okay, take the city hall. What's the thing? We can't hide the shop. So sickness is currently 5. So it's going to go up to 8. Oh, botherations. Okay, have we got anything that can... Apparently we just bought the factory. I don't think I did buy the factory, but okay. Apparently I've bought the factory, which it was a great surprise. I thought I clicked hide shop, but obviously not. Okay, no, it's fine. We've bought a factory. Upgrade the city hall. Again, currently +4. Maybe need multiple upgrades. That okay, right? This is going to be game over, isn't it? Put the factory in like that. There's nothing else we can do. Collect tribute. The crime, it's just too much. We got no crime managey buildings, so it's just, yeah, that's just unfortunate. 184, not good enough. Okay, the 4th time is the charm, so I've heard nobody ever say. Right, here we go, attempt number 4, and now we get a guard post. Oh, now we can bring the crime down. Thanks, game. Thanks a bunch. I think we'll take all of these, because all of these are actually quite good. That increases tax, that increases tax, that reduces crime. So we'll sell a shanty and then have all those, please. Put the bell tower in the corner, have a shanty just there. And then we will put a guard post here, library here, clinic here, collect tribute. Or do we put the other shanty in? Do we put the other shanty in right now? Because that's going to give us more points. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll put that in. We're okay for crime. It's been managed by the guard post that we were sorely lacking last time. So yes, we needed 30. We got 164. Okay, good. Right. Now we can have an inn, a chapel, and a crematorium. All of these things are good. That's increasing tax, which is good because that's going to help us just get even more stuff. That's sickness down, unrest down. Again, we'll take all 3, please. We'll keep 2 gold, start the year, put the inn just there. The chapel can go here and the crematorium can go there. I think that should be fine. I think that should be okay. Yeah, 81 times 5. It's so many numbers. That's fine. Oh, what's coming? Blizzard. Gold -2 for rebuilding more than the number of buildings from the previous year. Okay, claim our reward. If we don't build anything this year, we're not going to lose any gold. So it might be an idea. I think, is it new buildings? Every building more than the number of buildings from the previous year. We could buy, it doesn't say we have to put them down. We could buy the buildings. We know we're okay because we got 405 points last time and we need 300 now. So we're okay. I think we buy the inn and we buy the clinic. We start the year, we collect tribute. We do nothing at all because it should be the same as before. 81 times 5 is apparently 405 because the game says so. Yay, thank you, game. There we go. Right, lovely. So claim our reward and now we get our banner. So sickness -1 for every 2 health buildings. That's good. We've got a health building right here. Destroy a random card in the hand every year and gain tax plus 0.25 to this card. No, I don't want that. Tax +1 for each industry building. Oh, that's quite good. Oh no, which one is it? Do we keep sickness down to increase our population? Or do we go for tax +1 for each industrial building? And then just double down on those? I think maybe. Because sickness can only go down at the 2 points. We can manage that. But tax going up for industry buildings, that goes up forever. There's no cap on that. We'll take the pickaxe, please. And we'll immediately take a lumberyard. In fact, we'll take... Can we have all of these again? Although we need to get quite high. That's going to be another 1. So it's going to be 81 times 5, was it? So that gets up to about 500. That'd be 600-ish. Oh, we've got a clinic down here. That'd be 7. I don't know if that's going to be enough, potentially. We have got an inn already, so we don't need that. So how about we get a lumberyard? That's going to give us a modifier anyway. The clinic can bring sickness down. And then re-roll this and just hope for something fun. Another lumberyard. Yes, we will take that, thank you. So the lumberyard can go in. That's then going to kick in and give us tax +1. Put another lumberyard in. That's tax +2. We've got clinics. So, yeah, we can put a clinic in like that. That's an increase to tax. And put another clinic in. That sickness has gone down to nothing, so now we're getting a bonus of +40 population. Upgrade the inn for more gold. Can't do anything else. Collect tribute. That looks pretty solid. That looks pretty good. Okay, right, so we got to 1,932. It's a little bit more than we needed. Hurricane. Oh. Oh dear, no new buildings can be built or sold this year. That's going to be a problem, isn't it? That's going to be an issue. Right. A guard post to bring crime down would be no bad thing. The witch hut's going to do nothing because we're getting rid of sickness. We'll have a guard post, please, because that is useful. The market gives us gold equal to adjacent residence buildings. So we could have that, but I think we need something to increase our either population or our tax score even more. So let's re-roll it and hope for something good. Guard post is crime. Lumberyard would give us another tax multiplier. As would the quarry, but sickness goes up and that's really helpful. That number of sort of people we get is good. So we will take another lumberyard, I think. Let's go for another lumberyard. Start the year. The guard post can go in over here. We need to buy like a couple of guard posts. Crime is 6. So crime's okay right now. We'll upgrade that. So I don't think it does anything now. But next time I think that will be upgraded. And put in another lumberyard. And that's all we can do. Is that going to... No, it is going to be enough. It'll be more than what we need. But I'm worried about next time. Because we can't build anything. So we've got 2254, which is fine. So we've got some gold. But now we can't build anything. And we need 2,500. So how... That's a bit harsh, game. That's a little bit harsh. Come on. So no new buildings can be built or sold this year. So what? We literally can't do anything. So you have to prepare for the year that you're on and the following year as well. That's a little bit silly, isn't it? We'll buy 2 clinics and then we'll start the year. But yeah, we can't... Oh, hang on, we can upgrade things. Ah, okay. Right. So tax goes up and then another clinic, tax goes up again. Times 6. We might be okay. So we couldn't build anything new, but we can upgrade existing things. Okay, let's see if this is enough. So 41, 161 times 16. Who knows? It's just over the line. Okay, come on. We want to go to double figures, please. We get another thing. Sell to go 3 years back. Don't want to do that. Sell to double our gold, or sell during a calamity year to remove the calamity. That's tempting, isn't it? Sell to double our gold would be useful, but maybe getting rid of a calamity might actually be quite helpful if we're struggling. Just go, that's terrible, we can just get rid of it. So, yeah, we'll take the dragon, please. Right, an apothecary. Ooh, that's a bit better than a clinic. Okay, we'll take an apothecary, and then we'll re-roll that. Need some more people, ideally. We could take a shanty to increase the... Yeah, do you know what? Can we take all of those? Yes, we can have that. We can have that. We can have that. Okay, this should be fine. So, yeah, shanty we can upgrade. Yeah, so that gives us 22 more people. So that's going to give us 22 times whatever the modifier was. This is going to bring sickness down even more. We can upgrade that, though, actually. So unrest is coming down. Sickness is on... Oh, sickness can go into minuses. Sickness is on -1. So we're getting a huge population bonus. The jail can go in, I don't know, at the back over there. So crimes now come down to 3. So our tax goes up even more. And then our apothecary can tuck in. Maybe it can go just there, look. Next to the big clock tower. Sickness is on -2. So we should be getting a massive amount of population from that. Because, yeah, that's giving us a load of extra people. So that's quite good. 3, 2... We've fallen just short again. I thought that was going to be enough. I thought it was going to be enough. Oh, botherations. You know the old phrase, the 948th time is the charm? Well, that's what we're going for. Let's give it one final go. But we're going to go through it quite quickly, I think, because we sort of get the idea now. So I think all these are good. We want all of these. So let's get rid of a shanty. And we'll have a library, and a chapel, please. Start the year, put the tower at the back, have a shanty there, and one just there. And then we've got the libraries. So these just add tax. So we'll have that. We'll have a chapel, which helps with tax and unrest. Crime is now on 8. So that's going to be a problem. But we have got another library. I think, yeah, let's upgrade that library. So tax goes up to +4. And crime isn't effective right now, but that should be enough. That should be fine for now, with 41 population anyway. So there we go. So crime, little bit of an issue, but we got to 226. Okay, that's fine. A blizzard is coming. Yeah, we can work with a blizzard. That's okay. Now we've got the crime things. Okay, do you know what? We'll take all of those. Yes, that's really good. So we'll take a crematorium, we'll take a jail, and we'll take a guard post at that end. Right, so crime has come down, sickness and unrest look good, collect tribute, let's get through year 2, nice and easy. Yeah, so tax is now, that went up a little bit. So we're on 246. Okay, this is good, thank you very much. Claim reward, jail. Ah, right, I like the lumberyards because they're good, and we could take a jail. So the jail brings crime down even more, which would up our tax rate. The lumberyard also gives us tax. We need some more population at some point, but I don't think that's going to come anytime soon. So we'll take that and that, start the year. So the lumberyard can head over there like it often does. And the jail, that can be upgraded. So the crime, we've got crime 1. So I'd like to think with enough multipliers, we should be okay. We should be okay to be able to... Yeah, look, we're over 400 with those numbers. 451. Right, this is good. And we get to pick a banner thingamajig. 1x for each empty banner slot. Population 10 for each crime below 5. Oh, we can work on that. Or tax times 3 if this is the leftmost banner, which it will be. That's just tax multiplied by 3 forever. Let's have that. Let's take that. That makes sense. We've got unrest plus 4 coming. That doesn't help. So if we take a chapel to bring that down and an inn for a free bit of gold, tax plus 1. Already, look, we're 451 to 750. Just seems a dramatic leap. So that's going to be tax plus 1, unrest minus 1. We haven't got much sickness, I don't think. I think there is a bit of a weird bug where you press hide shop and then come back and it buys things, so I don't want to press it. We're going to go for a chapel. I don't know, have we got a lot of sickness? So the chapel's going to give us that, but then unrest is going to come down, which might possibly give us a big increase if unrest comes down to our tax multiplier. Plus we have got the tax multiplier from our banner. I think we take the chapel and we hope for the best. That's what we're going to have to do. That's the finest strategy. Yeah, we get another 3 multiplier on that, which is quite nice. So we'll take the chapel, tax plus... Ooh. Now, this is interesting. The unrest could come down to 3, which gives us a tax multiplier. But also that gives us plus 1 tax if we upgrade the existing chapel. We're going to do that, and we're going to hope this works, because we've got no other alternative. So 41 times 28. 1,148. Okay, looking good. That's nice. Right, we'll take the jail, and we'll take the guard post, because if we can bring crime down, that's going to be helpful. I notice we're not getting much in the way of housing. Can we have a house? It'd be nice. We'll have a guard post. Yes, that's crime coming down. We'll take a jail, because that's also crime coming down and rest coming down. And of course, that gives us multipliers. But what else can we do? We can upgrade the jail for crime minus 9. Hang on, guard post. That's crime minus 2 to... Hang on, yeah, the guard posts don't upgrade properly, do they? Not very good when you upgrade them. So if we want to do that, the jail is on crime minus 3. Oh, it adds unrest. Of course it does the jail. That's going to be no use. But crime will come down loads. If we do that, we're on crime minus 3. And then the guard post, we can upgrade. Is that what we want to do? What does it do again? It's crime minus 2. I mean, crime's already on minus 3. So we do get the 4... the plus 9 bonus. Okay, we'll try and begin to upgrade that. We can't do anything else. Collect tribute. Let's see what nonsense happens. So our tax is 33. Is that enough? No. Okay. Unsurprisingly, for a game about numbers, we're not doing very well at this. But yeah, I am enjoying it. I'm just not really having very much joy with it in terms of success. I think because this time around we haven't had any population buildings. We haven't had any residences pop up. So it's gone, yeah, there you go. You got rid of one of your shanties. Well, no more houses for you, selling shanty boy. So, yeah, that was tricky. That was tricky. I'm going to dive back in, and I'm just going to do it off camera, and we'll pick up if we get anywhere near, like, double figures. Or we'll just come back and I will have failed again. But we can at least inspect the city and how disastrous it was. Okay, it turns out that this game may be a little bit beyond my mathematical abilities, because that is attempt, what, 5 is it now? And I've not got past even into your double figures on year 10, let alone get to year 25, which is the end point of the game. I just can't seem to do it. I can't get the balance right. So this time, let's go to Inspect City. We had a really big, fancy upgraded library with tax plus 8. But again, we didn't really have that much in the way of housing. and nothing really came up, and I didn't have that much income, so I couldn't keep refreshing the shop to see if we could pick up some housing to then buy, because I didn't have much gold going on. So it is a bit of a tricky balancing act, and I think maybe you need to be a little bit fortunate. You need to get all the right things in the right order to maybe sort of help you get a little bit further on. However, having said that, I have really enjoyed it. I do like this, and I get that's sort of one of the sort of charms of a game like this. You can just sort of keep trying. You can come back and try again and again and again. And once you know what you're doing, it's not that sort of, sort of fiddly and complicated to play. You can sort of fly through it relatively quickly. I mean, yes, okay, maybe you want to take a little bit of time to work out what the best options are, but you can sort of just, play it relatively easily. And I like the style of it. I think it looks really good. I do like the sort of weird, almost sort of Barovian, Strahd-esque sort of Gothic features. They look really good. Like that library there. That looks tremendous. That's a good sort of fancy new upgraded library that looks really good. And I think it all looks wonderful. But yeah, we just haven't had, I don't know, I'm going to say we haven't had fortune with it. Because I think at some points we were unlucky that we didn't get, certain sort of crime buildings. And that is just the way these games go. It is random. Sometimes it'll work, sometimes it won't. And yeah, sometimes we didn't get residences or whatever. But yeah, overall, I've had a really good time. And yes, we didn't get past level 10 at any point, which was a little bit of a shame. It would have been nice to maybe, get 3 or so banners under our belt. That would have been quite fancy. But do you know what? Never mind. We gave it a very good shot, and this time it was not to be. I've been defeated by mathematics once again. I'll get you next time, maths. But yes, I think we should wrap things up with our look at the very intriguing and very enjoyable, and sort of at the same time, sort of weirdly, sinisterly gloomy Hear the Bell Toll. Of course, if you do want to have a go yourself, if you want to maybe play this and do significantly better than I have, then yeah, you can do so. The demo is on Steam right now as I record this. There is a link to the Steam store page in the video description, so you can dive in and play yourself if you would like to. I think I will probably come back to this in my own time. I'll do this sort of off camera, if you like. I'll just keep trying, because I really do want to get past year 6 or whatever we got to. I just want to get into double figures. I don't think I'll ever finish it, because it just doesn't seem to work out that way, does it? But just to get to double figures would be quite good. I'd like that quite a lot. So yeah, I'll see what I can do. I'll see what I can do with it. But yes, if you do play this, then good luck. Hopefully the random number gods and the random building gods are with you on this one, because yeah, it does. So yeah, a large chunk of it I think is down to fortune. And another large chunk of it is strategy and planning, which of course we don't do very well in the Geek Cupboard. Maybe that's why things haven't gone entirely according to plan. But whatever the case, if you play it, then hopefully you do a little bit better than we did and you have a jolly good time. But yeah, I think for now we shall wrap things up with our look at the intriguing Hear the Bell Toll, or at least the demo thereof. Hopefully you did enjoy this. If you did, please do leave a like. That would be most marvellous indeed. And also, if you're not already, then please do subscribe to keep up to date with all the other bits and bobs and nonsense that we get up to in the Geek Cupboard. But for now, thank you very much for joining me in the Geek Cupboard, and I'll see you next time. We've turned up at this place going, hello, yeah, we'd like to be your fisherman, and we've crashed our boat into some rocks. There's giant, big, gnashy, smashy teeth. Sir, you appear to be on fire. Okay, what is that? No, how about no?